Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Indian Kitchen Abroad. In this video, we're going to make vegetable pakora. It's nothing but vegetable fritters. Just a bunch of vegetables, coat them in flour and deep fry them. Kind of similar to tempura, but not really. This is an Indian recipe. Flour-wise, we're going to use besan, which is chickpea flour, to make this crispy vegetable fritters or vegetable pakora. We're also going to make a simple green chutney to go with this. Overall, you need this in your life. Especially with cold weather all over the country, you definitely need this. You can use any vegetables you want. I'm going to start with half of a medium-sized onion, thinly sliced. Break them up so that every slice is individual and add them to a bowl. I'm using one potato, cut into juliennes just like onions. It's better if all the vegetables are of the same size and thickness. You don't even have to peel the potatoes, you can just wash and cut them into juliennes. Same with the carrots as well. Cut into strips and then into juliennes or matchsticks. I'm using some cabbage, green chilies for the heat. You can use this according to your taste. You can increase or decrease the quantity. I'm cutting these also into thin strips. And finally, I'm using some kale and spinach. You can use either one of these or both, just chop them up roughly. The quantity of all these vegetables totally depends on you, and you can use any vegetables you want. You can use asparagus, zucchini, or basically anything. Go crazy with the choice of vegetables. Now measure the weight of vegetables and add 3% of the salt. I'm using kosher salt. If you're using table salt, add 2% of the vegetable weight. If the salt is less, we can always add more, so be conservative with the salt here. Now massage the vegetables thoroughly and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Salt pulls out the moisture out of the vegetables, and that water released is going to help us in making the pakoras. Also grate about 1 tablespoon of ginger, freshly grated ginger. Just massage the vegetables for 2 to 3 minutes and let them sit for 10 to 15 minutes. I promise my hands are clean. In the meantime, we are going to make a green chutney for the pakoras. Usually I would make mint chutney, but I don't have any mint today. So I'm using just cilantro, and I threw in some kale as well. 1 or 2 green chilies according to your taste. An inch of ginger, roughly chopped. Juice of half a lemon or lime. A teaspoon of Garam Masala. 2 teaspoons of Aamchur or dried mango powder. And salt. After blending, add the salt according to your taste. Now add just enough water to blend this easily, and that's it. Transfer it to a bowl and adjust the salt according to your taste. Now bring back the vegetables and add half a teaspoon of lightly crushed carom seeds. Just crush them between your hands. 1 teaspoon of lightly crushed cumin seeds. 1 tablespoon of crushed or pulsed coriander seeds. A teaspoon of turmeric powder and 2 teaspoons of chaat masala. If you don't have chaat masala, add a mix of garam masala and dried mango powder. Now is the time to add flour. 3 tablespoons of chickpea flour or besan, 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Mix it up, and about half a teaspoon of baking soda as well. Now key for this vegetable pakora is to get a right consistency for this batter. Moisture released from the vegetables and the flour should be able to hold the vegetables together. But you may have to add more water and more flour as well, more besan. When you pick up some of that vegetable batter, it should hold together. That is the right consistency. The vegetables should not fall apart. You can find the exact measurements in the description box below. I used about 5 tablespoons of besan for this. When the vegetable batter is at this consistency, just deep fry in 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius oil. You don't have to shape this batter into a ball or anything like that. That random shapes look really good. Every one of them is going to be unique and slightly different. I'm using my hand to scoop the batter. If you don't want to do that, use a spoon or an ice cream scoop. When they are frying, a couple of vegetables may come apart. If it's just 1 or 2, it's completely fine. Fish them out and add them back to the batter and reuse. If all the vegetables are falling apart, you have to add some water to the batter and get the right consistency. Now initially, fry just one and taste it to make sure everything is right. If you have to add more salt, adjust and continue frying them. Mine was perfect, I didn't have to add anything else. Now be careful when you're deep frying. If you're not comfortable using your hand, use a spoon. Like I said before, if any of the vegetables come apart, fish them out. Otherwise they're going to burn and ruin the oil. It's going to take about 5 to 6 minutes to fry them until they are golden brown. Keep an eye on them. Time depends on the intensity of heat and temperature of the oil. Also, fry them in batches, don't overcrowd. Once you're done frying, place the pakoras in a wire rack to remove the excess oil. Now obviously you can reuse this oil. Let it cool down and strain it. And there is not much with plating here. But taste wise, these were really good. And you definitely need this. Crispy and spicy, just listen to this. Camera is 4 feet apart from the plate and with no external mic. And that is so crispy. It was not even an intentional crispy test. And that's it. That's vegetable pakora. It's very simple and you should definitely try this. If you don't have any spices I used, just skip them. No one cares and it's still going to taste good. It's fried food. And try not to replace besan with any other flour. Besan gives a different taste which you don't get with all-purpose flour or any other flour. You can find it in any Indian grocery store and it's so cheap. So that's it. Subscribe if you're new here. If you're already subscribed, thank you and I'll see you next time.